Test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. We got a few setups we're looking at right now. GJ's doing some just did a retest after the Sunday chart analysis. So we might be looking for sales today. Honestly, I'm not gonna probably mess with GJ until probably tomorrow, Wednesday. But it is in sell territory right now. And we're looking at US30 YM. I'm actually going to take this words off right here so we can see it a little bit better. I'll just put this shit right there. Fuck it. All right, so we're going to see how this next 15 pops up. New 5 minute just popped up. So we're going to be looking to see if US30 YM can break above and maintain as low as support right here. If we can maintain 49.128 and 49.130 as support, we're looking for buys going to 49.240. And then G, you just did a retest here. So we're looking to see if it can maintain as low as support. It's starting to push right now, but we're going to wait for this next 15. But if G can't maintain 36.45 as support, we're going to look for buys going to 36.80. So that's the game plan right here. Make sure I like the lives. You'll hop up in here, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Got a new video lined up for y'all today as well. Make sure you're on the lookout for that. But yeah, GJ did a nice retest last night. So anyone that watched the Sunday chart analysis last night, you could have caught that setup. Right now, we're going to be paying attention to GU and then also keeping a close eye on US30 right here. Gold's still doing what gold did all last week, which is nothing we can do. We're going to pay attention to G right here. Just did a nice retest right before London session. So this would be a nice setup right here. You already know the drill. Make sure to like the lives. Y'all hop in here and subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, we're almost at 4,600 subscribers. We can get to that easily. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at your chart, drop them in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Those just joining this trade, we have 9 to this trade yet. We're going to wait for it. We're going to see if we're going to be tracing. Hope y'all enjoyed y'all's weekend. This is like the last week and a couple of days for the month. Let's wrap it up right. This week should definitely be interesting though. What's going on, Devontae? I see you up in here. Just curious about those horizontal lines on my screen. These are my key price levels. All my charts, I mark off my key price levels. There's a student in Playmaker University how to mark off these levels. These levels are the levels I enter and exit every single trade off of. These levels also help you prepare for the next push or rejection. So meanwhile, while everybody else is getting blindsided or shocked or surprised when a rejection or retracement happens, we're literally prepared for it to happen before it happens every single time we set it. That's also why every time we take a trade, like when you go look at the daily recaps, weekly recaps, all that good shit. That's why you always see price when we take a setup off these levels explode in our favor. And also why you see price react the way it reacts when it hits these levels, right? It's because again, these levels is part of the playbook, right? And you can also see it in the setups we took last week. So again, look at how price pushed, halted here, then turns over from resistance to support, push, halted here, push, halted here, came back to this level, These levels are off, obviously, because I update them every week. If you look at the levels today, for example, if you would have watched the Sunday chart analysis, you could have caught this GJ signal, right? I was telling y'all we could look for sales if we maintain 211 as resistance, right? So look at how price broke this level, held it as resistance. Look how it reacted when it came to this level, failed to hold as resistance, so it came back to this level. Look how as soon as it tapped this level, pushed back down. And then look at how here at this level, now price is holding this level as a resistance. All right, so these are my key price levels. New 15 just popped up, so let's see if you can hold this level right here. You can see if we can hold this level right here. The same thing with these charts right here. That price push, halted here, came back here, and it's just low into support, pushed up, chart from resistance to support. And look at how we have this level marked off, and look at how price literally halted and is reacting to this level in real time. So yeah, we're looking at possible US30 buys again today. We'll just see if we can maintain this level of support right here. Same thing with gold, right? See if GU can hold this level right here. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. Make sure to hit that first link in the description or the free signal free Telegram. Y'all see your screens how we did last month or last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourself. We're gonna pull it up in a little bit as well. Right now I want to see if we can hold this over. This is why I always say don't be FOMOing and rushing setups, right? Imagine you would have FOMO and try to buy and this price was trying to push up quickly. The price just retested at a perfect entry. Again, it's never a rush to take a setup, especially on a Monday. We just started. No need to rush to take this setup. See, right there. We might hop on this in a little bit. I don't like this. We're going, yeah, as I see you up in here. By any chance, do you have the zones mapped up for the YM setup that we're looking at? Yeah, I do. I can put YM up really quick. I got you. Especially since we're not going to trade in gold anytime soon. Let's switch to YM. So YM is basically the same thing as US30, but of course different prices. All right, so we got the same thing going on with YM. So with YM, if we can maintain 49,250 as support, we can look for buys going to 49,400. And of course, it's a little bit delayed because that's another thing. They've been making y'all pay for everything on the future side, which is ridiculous. Like, you got to pay to not have it delayed, even though US30, you might do none of that shit. You make y'all pay for everything on the future side, which is crazy. But it's the same stuff. It's the same stuff right here. Just different prices. But yeah, that's what we got going on right here. And again, it is a little bit delayed, obviously, because this is just showing the 3 o'clock candlestick. We still got 5 minutes left. And we're obviously at 320, approaching 320. Again, look at how price is reacting to this level. Look how price reacts to this level here. Which is exactly why, again, I teach the members how to mark off these key price levels. And then GJ is pushing. Nothing we could do about that. Didn't really have a good entry for us anyways. But if anyone did get an entry on these setups, well, I mean, if I really wanted to find a setup, I'd probably could so far. With trading, you don't got to catch every setup. That's the beautiful thing about trading. we're gonna just let GJ do his thing for right now. Again, it is Monday and Tuesday are typically the slowest days out the week, simply because the markets are opening up, volumes coming in. And on top of that, we don't have any news today, so again, we're just waiting for volume and our confirmations to be. No problem, guys. You know I got you. Like I said, when I go over in the Playmaker University. What's going on, Naomi? I'm over here talking to myself and I'm muted. I stay doing that shit. Y'all ain't hear shit I was talking about for like the past 5-10 minutes. Guess what? Y'all ain't about to hear that shit unless it comes up again too, because I was over there talking too. It's all good. I was basically saying we're gonna wait for the retest right here. And the same thing right here. I gotta start double checking. Like I said, I'm still a little bit out of it. But we are still here, ladies and gentlemen. We are still here. So I was just trying to reach it. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're looking at your chart, drop in the chat. And it's the beginning of the week, all right? So there's no excuse. The first thing you need to be doing is to watch the Sunday chart analysis, all right? Like I always tell y'all, the Sunday chart analysis, whatever, not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what we see price doing throughout the entire week. And again, look at how GJ's reacting. Not GJ, look at how GB's reacting to the level, which is again why we interconnected off these levels. Now we're looking to see if the next 15 or the next 5 minutes, if these 30 right here. Yeah, I'm liking GU. I like the US30. I'm liking GU here too. It's doing a nice retest. So we're gonna see if it can close right here, what the next 5 looks like. In about 2.5 minutes. Make sure I like the lives. You hop up in here too and subscribe. If you're not subscribed already. Let's see what this next 5 and 15 looks like. Man, I hate like over the weekend or some shit, you wake up and these apps and websites just want to update and change how they be looking and shit. That be throwing me off. Why y'all just gonna decide to change? Or at least if I make things like black and white or grayscale, keep it grayscale, because I gotta remember. I didn't just change the shit now, so we have to 2 days later. I don't remember how change the damn settings on this shit. I'm about to figure that shit out again. What the fuck is it? I probably see it, but big screen. I probably have to wait till after the live to fix that shit. Just found that shit the other day. I gotta remember how to fix it. I won't keep it out this one out. Those just joined the line. We have not entered this trade yet. This is the trade ID. We have not entered this trade yet. All right, new 15 just popped up. Let's see if we can get a nice retest on this 30 right here. I like GU right here as well. Get a nice retest. Just holding this low as support. Might jump in this. And the only thing is we did this big ass move yesterday, so could try to retest that level. But if it maintains low as support, I'm also not against pulling the trigger right here. Speaking of pulling the trigger, this is GBPJPY again. But that thing just continues to dump. Yep. That thing took a dump. Again, missed ideal entry here. This one, it was semi-retest, but it didn't really retest the way I was looking. We did this right after London Open, didn't retest. So nothing we do like that. But if y'all got into the trade earlier, rushed me up. Yeah, we're gonna jump into this bad boy right here. We're gonna jump in that bad boy right here. I like this right here. US30 is gonna retest as well. Let's run this bad boy right here. Liking this retest here also. Again, depending on how price plays out the next couple of days, we're going to have new higher highs get hit, or the highs get hit again on US30, or we're going to see the downtrend coming to the play. As of right now, it's right here. Yeah, we'll be live for I'm sure. So we're going to let these things play. We're going to let these things play. I'm profit on GJ, right? I'm not GJG right now. We traded GJ all week yesterday. I'm so used to saying it, but we're obviously not in GJ. And of course, we know the SLs, TPs, and when we get the TPs hit and all that other stuff, entries, you know what to do. Go in advanced play signal, which I don't know if you're not a playmaker yet. Again, I made the tier system. I know we had some people join. I know I was sick last week, so I wasn't able to really talk about it as much. But if you watch last week's Sunday chart analysis, click the link on the description. You'll see the tier list. But there's literally no excuse not to be a playmaker anymore. Make it very easy for everybody if you have access. But that's besides. We want to eat. We want to eat. So give me 1 second. Yeah, GU's pushing. You're in that with us, which is in profit. We are retesting again. What you call it? I wouldn't go for sales to be honest. Let's do some big guys. What you call it? Make sure. If you got any questions, drop in the chat. Charles, drop in the chat. Just give me 1 second. I'm not type and talk. Definitely better at it than I was before, but still. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to keep it pushing. on the other hand, is doing what GU does. I'll let the members know, hit some TVs. But again, it's simple, y'all. Just wait for the retest. Don't FOMO. Take the setup. Hold the floor price. Take the setup. Let the markets do what the markets do. All you gotta do is just let the markets do what the market's gonna do. My bad, y'all. You know I gotta drop something every now and then. US30 on the other hand, still testing. More to do on this level right here. Make sure to like the live as well, y'all. Unique crowd. Crazy how the analysis plays out all the time. It's amazing to me. Shouldn't take more than one day to pass. Exactly. And I got more videos, especially on TikTok and Instagram, me posting about that because the code for the internet is insane. And you already know, I say the exact opposite of everybody else on the internet. There's just so many posts I've been seeing lately of people talking about, prop firms, like, if you're going to do it properly, it's going to take forever to pass. And it's like, how the fuck is it going to take forever to pass unless you have terrible risk management or you just can't consistently trade? But again, when you actually learn the skill first, then go take a challenge, it's not hard to pass. But if you're brand new to something, like I always tell y'all, of course it's going to be difficult because you don't know what you're doing yet, right? But again, it's called a playbook for a reason. I'll be seeing it live all the time, y'all. And then again, look at how GJ is reacting to this level right here. Yeah, this is why we mark off these levels. We enter and exit off these levels. We barely missed TP4 right here. Let us see if US30 can hit TP1. Got to do 15 to 5 minutes. I'll pop up in a little bit. But again, like I show you every day, the proof's in the pudding. The proof's in the pudding. You know? That's why I just be showing y'all. I'm like, y'all got eyes, I got eyes. Ain't too much of a selling or convincing because I'm literally showing y'all this shit in real time every single day. Like I told y'all we was looking for these exact setups hours ago in the Sunday chart analysis, just like last week. All the stuff that played out last week, we talked about at the beginning of the week in the Sunday chart analysis, every day before New York session and all that good stuff. Now we just got to see if US30 is going to do what US30 is going to do, because again, depending on how price reacts here, the next couple of days, we're either going to see all-time highs get hit again or new higher highs get hit, or we're going to see the downtrend come into play. So it really depends on how price reacts right here the next couple of days, because it already did pretty much a decent move for the day. But I wouldn't really go for sells today on US30 or NAS anyway, so that's why I went for a buy setup here, because it also did a nice real retest. So I was to take a future setup, it would be this one, because again, last week we only took one futures and indices setup for kind of the same situation and reasons, just because of the market structure. But still, that one future indices setup still was a winner. And again, we took the setup hours before news. So again, that debunks the whole thing of you can't predict the markets, you can't predict news days, and it also debunks how it's scary or how you shouldn't trade on news days, because we took this trade live. And we also took this trade hours before news. And then during the news, after the news, price still did exactly what it was looking for, right? So again, as long as you're going with the flow of price. Oh, that's what's going on, my thing. I was like, why am I going on here? The music finished. Rewind it a little bit. There we go. As long as you go with the flow of price and you follow these rules, you're going to win more than you lose. So you're going to win more than you lose. Yep, I do trade gold, but gold is going to hit all-time highs. So there's no entry on gold, because again, we look at gold. Gold's really been making moves either when I'm asleep or after I already took this setup. You see what I'm saying? Like, look at right now. There's no setup to take on gold because it's at all-time highs, right? And it just keeps on making all-time highs. So we're simply just waiting for a retracement. So we haven't touched gold in like the past couple of weeks. The last time I took a gold setup was rode this all-time high up. And then after that, last week price gapped. And it never did a retracement. So there's no entry to take on gold last week. Unless again goes trade like 20% late in the day, which I wasn't. So that's why we just left it alone. And that's the beautiful thing about trading. Like, you got a favorite pair, but not every day is there going to be a setup on that pair. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I also like to have multiple charts up, because when you see how the charts work, you're not just simply looking for a pattern or for your favorite pair to play out. You're just looking for what chart has the cleanest market structure that I'm going to take a setup off of. You see what I'm saying? That's how I'm able to switch from buying US30 to gold, NAS100, G to GJ, like to go US30, to still make the same amounts, because we understand how to calculate your lot size and contracts, as well as you got your risk management now. No matter what trade you're taking, what setup you're taking, you're making the same amount. Like, I literally saw a video the other day where this dude, he's got a bunch of followers and shit. And he was like, I don't get why people still trade Forex instead of futures. Like, you'll make more money trading futures than Forex. And that's not true at all, because literally all you have to do is adjust the lot size of contract. Like, that makes no sense. Like, how, like, it literally makes no sense. But, you know, people just eat the shit up. It's just craziness, the shit people just can say online. People just eat it, not thinking. It makes zero sense. But anyways, Got a new 15 popping up. About to see who can hit TP1 on US30, and we're about to see if GU is going to break this level of traffic. Run needs a little bit of volume to break through here, because you can also notice I priced reject this level 3 times. So it's going to take a little bit of volume to not only touch this level again, but turn it into support. Now, looking at GU coming through for the day. So we're going to see what the price will trade going into the next session. We're only going to see this higher high from Friday. Right now, we're on profit. Nobody should close GU, right? Because I think there's a nice push. Nobody should close this trade. Let's see if US30 going to do US30 does. Mic problems. You can't hear me? Let me fix it. Let me fix it. Fix it really quick. Test, test, test. Let me try to fix it. All right, let me see if I fix that, because my shit did reset. I didn't think about my mic resetting. Let me see if this worked. Yeah, we sound better. Yeah, I had to reset my mic. My whole thing updated. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't know what be going on the weekend, but my platforms be trolling me. Maybe like over the weekend, they be just resetting or some shit for some reason. So I had to like redo all my shit before I went live. I forgot I probably had to do my mic as well. So let me know if y'all hear me a lot better. Y'all should be able to hear me a lot better now. Let me know if the mic sounds good now. Let me know if I sound clear, because I was sounding a little bit muffled. So let me know if I sound, oh, it's better? Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's my bad. But again, if anytime my mic sounds fucked, let me know and I got y'all. But yeah, I had to reset my mic shit. Shout out to the troll that one day that actually fucked around and helped me. He was too busy trolling, he forgot what his purpose of the live was. So shout out to that troll that one day that helped me with that shit. You know, you still can't comment in my lives, but you know, shout out to the trolls. The trolls help you out every now and then. You know, they keep your views up, and you know, sometimes they give you some actual good advice. Shout out to the trolls, man. Shout out to the haters. I know y'all still be watching. Don't be liking my shit, but it's all good. We're eating regardless. So let's see if we can hit this next TP on GU. But basically what I was saying was, when you understand how the charts work, you can trade anything and everything. So I do trade gold, but because gold's been making all-time highs, it hasn't really been doing retracements when I've been on the charts, I've been missing the setups. So I just left it alone, right? Because like, for example, it's gonna be funny because I'm probably gonna show some setups now because my levels are different. But let's go to like Friday, right? So Friday, again, didn't really do any retests, so there's nothing I can really do on Friday. Thursday, again, it did this move, but this wasn't my level, but it did do a move on Thursday. But Thursday we took a US30 and a GJ setup, so there's no point in taking a gold setup as well because it was already 2-0 that day. And then we go look at Wednesday. Did Wednesday price do anything decent? Not really, right? Because this was London session, nothing we could do London session. New York session, nothing we could really do, so we couldn't really do nothing Wednesday. And then I know Tuesday, I think price did a move Tuesday night. Yeah, so it did like a big ass move Tokyo session, and I was asleep, so I couldn't get trade Tuesday. And then Sunday, Monday, again, price did a move Tokyo session, as you can see here, 2200. That's 8 o'clock. So for everybody to be saying there's no volume Tokyo session, again, y'all gotta stop listening to these folks on the internet. All right, you gotta stop listening to these folks on the internet. People that say don't trade Sunday, again, stop listening to these folks on the internet. There's plenty of setups to take. Tokyo session, pre-London, right? Again, every session is going to have slow points, right? If New York session was the only session with volume, there wouldn't have been all those people still complaining today, till this day, by the way. So now we're going 13, 14 months straight of people complaining about price action and shit. When all you got to do, I promise you, all you got to do is just switch from NQ until NQ fixes itself. Because again, if NQ is choppy, you're not going to make no bread. If any chart is choppy, you're not going to make no bread. So instead of stressing yourselves out with trading choppy market conditions, just wait till the volume picks up and break out of this choppiness, right? That's why I switched from US30. I mean, from NQ to US30, right? Because again, we look at NQ, we look at, we're not going to trade GJ, so we can just pull up this shit right here. And we pull up US30, and if we look at how it performed the past month and some change, I think we can all agree that US30 has been moving a lot smoother than NQ for the past few months. So again, if we just ignore all the bullshit we hear on the internet and use simple logic, just because everybody on the internet trades NQ does not mean you have to force yourself to trade NQ. All right. And, you know, I had a few members, students that had to learn that as well. Shout out to the members. But, you know, this is why, you know, we do what we do. So y'all can broaden y'all's eyes and understand that a strategy should not just work on one chart. You see what I'm saying? A strategy should be able to work on anything and everything. That's why our shit's so accurate, because it works on anything and everything. It's not just a strategy. That's why when y'all be in the TikTok live, shout out to those that be in the TikTok lives. That's why when people are like, how you trade? I'm like, this isn't even the strategy. This is the basics. You see what I'm saying? But if we look at US30 and NQ, we can see which one had cleaner market structure the past few months, right? I don't even think I got to break this shit down. Don't think I got to pull out the playbook for this one. I think we can just all just look and see which one had smoother setups the past few months, right? So that's why we haven't really been trading NQ that much, because again, it's been struggling. One, YM has been making all-time highs a lot more than NQ, first of all. NQ has still been struggling to break this all-time high from October. From October, ladies and gentlemen. Versus US30, US30 broke that all-time high from October. A very long time ago. So again, this literally shows that NQ's been stuck in time for a little bit compared to US30 YM. So while everybody was getting fucked up on NQ, we've been making it back trading US30. And again, if you can trade NQ, there's no reason why you can't trade US30. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I think I could be wrong, but I feel like ES is doing the same shit as NQ. But let's just double check. Let's just double check. Yeah, so it's doing the exact same shit as NQ. So yeah, just switch to US30. That's all you gotta do. Switch to YM until NQ gets its act together, until ES gets its act together. Just switch to YM. All right, you might have to adjust your contracts, but again, I'd rather adjust my contracts than take a trades over and over and keep getting wicked out just because we're stuck in consolidation. You know what I mean? But let's put these charts back up. Let's put these charts back up. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. Appreciate those that like the live. Those just joined the live. We are 2-0 to start off this week, so the win streak does continue. Now, we still got a little bit of work to do with US30, so we're not going to get too excited yet. But GU did a nice move right here. About to see if we can hit the TP4 right here. Again, nobody should close this trade red. Currently at a nice 1-to-1. Let's see if we can break this next level right here. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. And appreciate you too, Zay, because like I said, I did not have my earphones in, so I would not know my shit was fucked up until you said so. So now we should be sounding nice and crisp and clear. And this is also why I don't break out trade, ladies and gentlemen. Again, every live stream, I'm going to show y'all examples. And I'm going to keep talking shit about breakout trading. This is also why I don't break out trade, ladies and gentlemen. All right, always wait for the retest. Always wait for the retest. Let's see if we can hit TP1. Let's see if we can hit TP1 right here. So I did say we're 2-0, but technically we're not 2-0 yet because we have not hit a TP on US30. But But I know US30s get shy sometimes, so that's why I'm just keeping it on GU. Because sometimes I don't want to do the move while it's on the camera. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of people watching this shit. Make sure to explore the YouTube channel and the playlist, y'all. And again, pay attention to how prices are reacting to these levels. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. And I got some new videos lined up for y'all on Instagram and TikTok as well. Let me cut you to the chat. New 5 and 15 about to pop up as well. See what 4 o'clock's gonna have in store with us. Again, there's no news today, so we're simply just waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. All right, US30, you're right there. Go ahead and tap that. Tap it before the new candle pops up. What's going on, Changes Live? I haven't seen you in a minute. I wouldn't say reverse. Verbiage is very important, especially nowadays, because they be changing the meanings of shit. I wouldn't say reverse. I would say retrace, right? Because reversing would imply that we broke market structure and we could possibly see the trend changing, right? Gold, for the trend to change, it would have to do a lot for the trend to change, right? Like we're still bullish, right? Because if we look at things, right, we're going to naked chart and we just look at the market structure and shit like that. Higher low, let me zoom in a little bit so y'all can see this a little bit better. All right, because verbiage is important, especially when it comes to shit like this, so that way you don't confuse yourself, right? So this is the higher low, this is the higher high, right? So unless we see, we're gonna have to get a lot of stuff to take place here for the trend to change before breaking this lower right here, right? So if price was to come down, it wouldn't be a reversal yet. It'll just be a retracement. But you are correct, and that's why I haven't been trading gold, because again, like I was talking about earlier, I've been missing all the setups. Don't chase price, just wait for the retracement. And as you can see, price has just been flying. So you just gotta let price do what it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta let price do what it's gonna do. But yeah, that's what I'm waiting for as well. Because again, believe it or not, gold's one of my favorite charts to trade. All right, I made my first $100 ever on gold, so gold's always gonna have a special place in my heart. But at the end of the day, if there's not a setup, I'm not gonna take a setup, because I'll be like everybody else on the internet, and I'd hop on the internet and talk about price action is bad just because I traded in terrible market conditions. You see what I mean? So sometimes you gotta bite the bullet. Same thing with GJ. Like, I like GJ, but it's not a high probability setter for me, so I just gotta let GJ do what it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That's just a part of the game, you know. That's just a part of the game. But yeah, I'm ready to get back. Now, do I have gold? Yes, I do. Long-term investment. Because again, if y'all been here for a minute, I've been telling y'all since the end of 2024, if not the middle of 2020, not 2020, since 2024, quarter 4, I've been telling y'all to get. I told y'all before Bitcoin hit all-time highs to get y'all some gold, get y'all some stocks, some crypto. Because I told y'all this shit was gonna happen. I told y'all this shit was gonna happen. Whoops. Like when we was at like before we even got to this point right here. Like, I told y'all to get y'all some gold a very, very, very long time ago, right? I'm telling y'all, if y'all wait for a Twitter post or a news event to tell y'all something's up 10%, 30%, you're always gonna be late to the party. All right, when they tell y'all to follow the money, they're not talking about Twitter posts and news feeds. They're talking about the charts. All right, if you follow the charts, you're always gonna be ahead of the game. That's how I'm able to predict what news is gonna do before news pops off. Before they read the piece of paper online, is because I'm following the charts. I'm following the money. Right? It's not because I got a crystal ball. It's not because I grew up with Trump's children or some shit, right? It's because, again, when you understand how the game is played, you're always going to be ahead of the game. But if you don't know how the game is played, you're always going to be late to the party, because you're always going to be waiting for somebody to tell you after something already took place. You see what I'm saying? But shout out to those that did get y'all some gold, whether y'all bought it physically or invested in it, because y'all can invest digitally into gold if y'all do not know. There's multiple ways. You don't have to just invest in these gold companies. You can actually invest in gold itself. Where's my phone? Where the fuck did my phone go? Here it is. I got too many pockets. Right? So y'all can actually invest in gold. Let me send y'all the link in the chat to the app. Y'all can actually invest in gold. So they got gold on this app just like it was a stock. So you don't have to just invest in these gold ETFs and all this other shit. Even though you can, because it'll be cheaper. But if you can invest in gold, that shit's at 5,000. Oh my goodness. I don't think y'all understand. That shit was literally at like 2,000 not too long ago. Like that shit literally was like okay, we got US30 retesting. Like, I'm gonna cut you to the chat in a second, y'all, but let me do this because I will forget. I will forget if I don't post this shit. I do be getting questions all the time, especially when I do bring it up. But like this shit was at 2,000 like not that long ago. I don't think y'all understand. Like this shit like exploded out of nowhere. Like this shit just, that shit's at 5K, y'all. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous, y'all. That is ridiculous. Speaking of which, let me know if y'all want me to start doing the weekly crypto and stock analysis again, because I stopped doing that for a cool minute. But if y'all want me to start doing that again, let me know. I don't know if I'll do it on like another channel or not, so I don't throw things off on this one. But if y'all want me to do that again, let me know, and I might start doing that shit again. But let me find this link really quick to this. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. I'm trying to find, here it is. Alright, so y'all sign up using this link, y'all get some free bread. Y'all get some free bread if y'all sign up using this link. Hold on, where's the link? Hold on 1 second. There we go, copy referral link. So if you use this link, hold on 1 second. You can get $75 for free. Give me 1 second. But okay, we just hit the next TP. So I'm gonna tell you what it is to invest it digitally in this like a stock in a second. But let me let the members know we just hit TP. That's TP4 right there. That's not TP3. That's TP4. And we're about to see what US30 is about to do in a second. Yeah, so we just hit TP4 right there, which is not bad at all. Oh, we're about to hit TP1 on US30 now too. Look at that retest. Again, that went from red back to green. Again, that's why we entered off these levels. Well, let me catch you to the chat, y'all. Let's see what we got going on. How long can it take to master your system? That depends on you. It literally depends on you, right? Like, for example, Yaz in here. I don't know if she's still in here. After a month of joining Playmaker University, she's funded like over like 200K. I ain't gonna put all her business out there, but she eating right now, right? 200K is the low side, but she has prior experience, but she also will tell you that she had to relearn everything, right? So it depends on you. It also depends on your experience. But I also have people that are brand new to trading and they're trading now by themselves like 3 months later, right? So it literally depends on you, right? Because at the end of the day, I will tell you everything and teach you and show you everything you need and everything I do, but you still have to put in the work to practice, to learn. You still have to show up, and you still have to ask questions to things you don't understand. You see what I'm saying? But it doesn't take long to get profitable. Or reason why it took me long to get profitable, and all these people be talking about, oh, it took me 5 years, 6 years, all this other shit, is because one, they learned the hard way, or two, they were repeatedly making the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over and over again. But the reason why I'm able to read the charts the way I do, the reason why our win rate is so high and all this shit is because I learn from my mistakes every single day. Every time I did something wrong, I immediately went in my notes. Don't do this no more because this happens. Do this instead. Or if something worked, okay, do this, keep doing this. And that's why our win rate is so accurate, because again, I only go for A+ setups. I always follow my rules like y'all see right now. And most importantly, I don't let my winners turn to losers. But it literally depends on you. Like, I have people that became profitable learning my shit and trade on their own, like I said, in 3 months. Some people took 4 months, some people take 6 months. But it's not going to take you a year or 2 or 3 years to be profitable, especially when you know somebody, you have somebody that's actually teaching you this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to, trading does not take you long to learn. It doesn't take you long to learn at all. The only hard part after you learn everything is having self-control and discipline. I tell it all the time. When people say trading psychology, they're trying to sound smart and fancy, but all trading psychology means is having fucking discipline. That's literally all trading psychology is having fucking discipline, right? So if you can control yourself, stop over trading, get the fuck off the charts after you win a trade, stick to your rules, you're going to see success with trading. Like, it doesn't take that long, right? Like I said, like, I practiced the strategy for 3 months on a demo account. And then literally after I practiced the strategy for 3 months on a demo account, I bought a challenge. 2 weeks later, I got funded. So it doesn't take that. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It doesn't take that long. But again, it depends on you. Like, if you don't put in the work, you don't just pay me and magically trade like me. That's just not how it works, right? So I get people ask me all the time, like, oh, I buy this, will I make my money back next month? Or I'm like, that's not how it works. Like, you have to still put in the work. You know what I'm saying? But I will show you everything you need to know to succeed. But at the end of the day, you have to put in the work. But yeah, so now we're officially 2-0 for the day. All right, so let me let the members know we just hit a TP on US30 YM as well. Make sure to like the live and subscribe, y'all. Again, it's called the playbook for a reason. It's called the playbook for a reason. Let me catch you to the chat. Yeah, start doing crypto analysis again. All right. I got you. I just gotta figure it out if I'm gonna do it on like a separate channel or how I'm gonna schedule it and shit. But I got you. I'm in 3 years of trading. I haven't seen a system this accurate. It's called the playbook for a reason. I'm telling y'all. That's why my bias of trading made simple. And that's why I say the exact opposite of everybody else. Because again, if everybody else is doing the exact same thing, they all, I know all these fucking college terms for trading, like you need a damn protractor and shit. But everybody is at the same time getting fucked up in the markets. That obviously means that shit either doesn't work or they don't know how to work it. You see what I'm saying? And if I'm saying the exact opposite and doing the exact opposite of everybody, but yet we're winning while everybody else is losing, you know what I'm saying? It's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? But like I said, like the reason why this shit's so accurate is because I took the time to learn everything, right? I sat my happy ass down and I was like, I'm not putting no more money into the markets until I figure this shit out. And I literally took the time to learn and figure everything out. That's why this shit is so accurate, because I study the charts. That's why I be laughing when people are like, oh, you can't predict the markets. Okay, well, just say you can't predict the markets because we do that shit every day. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we're gonna let US30 play out. We're gonna see how GU plays as well. Again, nobody should close any of these setups red. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat and I got y'all. We're gonna click that link. Oh yeah, I forgot I was supposed to tell y'all the gold thing. So if y'all trying to invest in gold, again, either buy physical gold, there's the ETFs, of course. Like there's the GLD and there's some other, there's like 2 other gold ETFs. But if you want to purchase gold physically, that's one way. But if you want to purchase gold as if it's like a stock, it is PAXG, right? So if you use the link I put, you can get $75 for free once you put money in, of course. And it's going to be called PAXG, right? It's going to be called PAXG. And PAXG is basically gold on the blockchain, all right? It's the exact same market structure as you see, and it's damn near the exact same price, right? So if y'all would have bought PAXG back in the day before all this shit happened, you'd be up a bag right now. You'd be up double right now. You'd be up 100%, right? So this is how you can buy gold at its price as if it was a stock, but it's on the blockchain, okay? So there's the ETFs, but nobody talks about PAXG, all right? This is how you're actually gonna make that bread. Now, obviously, the ETFs kind of follow gold as well, and they're a lot cheaper for those that can't purchase 25 or 50% minimum of gold's price, especially now. You can see the market structure is basically the same. So yeah, so that's a couple ways you can do that. And Kraken isn't just crypto. Kraken has ETFs, stocks, dividends. You can also stake your crypto. I got a bunch of videos in my crypto analysis playlist going over all that shit. But if y'all want me to redo that, I mean not redo that, but go back to doing the stock and crypto analysis, I can. I just got to figure out if I'm gonna do it on this page or if I'm gonna make another channel and make that channel strictly stocks and crypto and make this one like still the main day trading investment channel. I don't know. I got to figure it out. But also, like I be telling y'all, if y'all explore the website. If y'all explore the website, I don't just have the playbook. I have a bunch of other books, all right? And I don't know if I put it in Playmaker University. Speaking of which, let me see if I put it in Playmaker University, because if I didn't, I need to, right? Because I also have a crypto book and investing book on my website. I'll be telling y'all to click my links, explore my shit. Cause I don't be promoting my shit like I need to. I ain't gonna lie, but I also do that on purpose because I don't want to be like super salesy. But I also have a look at my website, going over crypto and the blockchain. Do I have that screenshot on here? No, I do not. No, I do not. Actually, yes, I do. Right. So there's books on my website as well, going over crypto and Web3. I literally wrote this book last year as well. And then I also got a book for the basics of, and if anyone got the playbook, y'all know I have this as well, because I always tell y'all or prompt y'all to try to get this as well. So I also got a book going over basically traditional and long-term investing as well. So again, make sure to get that. So when you click that link and you click price action tech analysis playbook, before you purchase, explore the website, because you can get a bundle of 2 or 3 books for a cheaper price, or you can just get the book itself. Or of course, like I said, you get all my books when you join Playmaker University. So that's why I need to double check to see if I put those books in Playmaker University. If not, I'll add that to the pin tabs in Playmaker University. But let's see if US30 can hit this next 2 people. We'll be on for a little bit longer, y'all. Again, if you got any questions, drop in the chat and I got y'all. But we're 2-0 for today already. So we're literally just gonna let these bad boys play out. 49-180. I'm about to catch you to the chat in a second, so just give me 1 second. No, I think we hit 49-180. No, we didn't. And then we got GU still chilling right here. Again, nobody should close GU in negatives. US30 is pushing nicely. US30 is pushing nicely. Oops. Now you're good, change this line. Now you're good. Now you're good. Now you're good. Appreciate those that like the live. Make sure to subscribe as well. We're almost at 4,600 subscribers. We can get to that easily. Shit, we can get to that today if we keep it real. Yeah, but I got some new videos lined up for y'all. But again, y'all, update. I changed how we're doing playmaker stuff to the not today, but I'm still fucking for the year. Change it up this year, so again, it's a tier list now, right? Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Okay, tier 1 playmaker alerts, right? You get the daily analysis. You get updated every time one of my key price levels get hit, and you get trade ideas. All right. Tier 2, you get all that stuff as well as signals, access to the student member group chat. You'll get access to the past New York lives as well as the ongoing New York lives, because again, last week was a little bit different because I was sick. But this week, let's see how the news is looking. Yeah, we should still be going live twice. I mean, we have FOC at 2 o'clock. So I don't know if we'll go live for FOC. Depends. I might go live with the members during FOC. Not both of them though. We might go live for one of them. But we'll be going live for sure on Friday. Right, but we usually go live depending on the news at least twice a week, one time minimum during news events, just so I can show you how news is not scary and how news plays out in real time. And then again, you get access to student member group chat and signals. Tier 3, you get access to all this shit, as well as one-on-one sessions. Each session is 1 hour long. Not 30 minutes, not 20 minutes. They're recorded and sent to you same day. Those are yours to keep for life. All right. Only got a few more slots left. I only have 4 more slots for one-on-one sessions because we've been getting a lot of people doing one-on-one sessions. Shout out to the members. But for my sanity, only got 4 slots left. Because if I have any more than that, I literally won't be able to operate how I need to throughout the day, while also making sure I have all the sessions throughout the week. And then the final tier is Playmaker University. So you get everything here besides signals and one-on-one sessions, because you get the full strategy and video format. You get all my books, including the price action tag analysis playbook, for free when you join, as well as access to the student member group chat. You learn my full strategy. I tell y'all, there's a bunch of stuff in the pinned messages. Like, there's a lot of shit in Playmaker University. I can't even show you it because it's just too much shit going on in there. There's literally just too much shit going on in there. But if you want to see how any of the stuff looks behind the scenes, again, you watch any of my YouTube videos, you'll notice when I'm saying y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, that there's still like 4 minutes left in the video. So if you watch to the end of my videos, I go over all the details besides Playmaker alerts, because I just added that like 2 weeks ago, right? But I go over all the details to show you what everything looks like behind the scenes. But like always, you have any questions, you can hit me up directly and I got you. But yeah, pretty smooth start to the week. Cannot lie. Gonna let US30 keep doing what US30 does, but pretty smooth start to the week. So we're just gonna let these things ride out to New York session. And for those that are in these setups, again, become a playmaker so you could have caught these setups with us. But also, if y'all did not catch any setups and you don't take any setups between now and 6 a.m., Highly recommend waiting for 8 o'clock, 9:30 New York open to find and take a setup. All right, y'all. So the win streak continues. So we're on an 8 trade win streak right now, which is not bad at all. Again, as far as how we did last week we went 6-0. The week before that we went 5-1. And the week before that, the first week of January, we went 5-1. So we've only taken 2 losses so far this month, which is not bad at all. As far as how we wrapped up, let's move this over so we can still take a look at that. As far as how we wrapped up quarter 4 last year, we went 80 wins, 12 losses, giving us an 87% win rate, caught 305,000 pips. You can see that by clicking right here. And as far as how we ended and wrapped up 2025, if you scroll to January 9th, 9th, we went 232 wins, 30 losses, all 12 months combined, giving us an 85% win rate for the entirety of 2025, catching almost 1 million pips. So again, this shit really works, y'all. We've been doing this since 2022, averaging high 80, high 90% win rates. You see it working in real time. Today's live, last week's lives, the week before that's lives. So again, this shit really works. So again, if you're actually serious in learning how to trade, and want something that actually works on anything and everything and consistently works, y'all know what to do. Shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. Shout out to everybody's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been live since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. And yeah, we're gonna let GU and US30 do its thing, y'all. I'm about to hop my sick ass back in bed. And members, be on the lookout for the New York price watch list in a few hours. Peace, we out.